All right. You want to talk about this Dalton Harris thing?
Not really, no. I do not want to. All I
Because
would,
we haven't been speaking about people being
Yeah.
say, oh, not talk about Dalton Harris.
You know what?
There's a couple reasons why I personally haven't talked about it, but go ahead.
I think I'm with you in why I don't talk about it. Like, I know that Dalton is a talented
From what we've heard,
and
that's
rising
no
star.
doubt.
Like, yeah, I know him from Rising Stars, and I know him to be a really good singer. It's just one of those things where I see it and I just shake my head at Jamaicans and how we are, and you just say, like, I love you and I am a Jamaican, but this part me not join because me really not depend on the bandwagon. Like,
I'm not.
no, he was always
I
out
am
here.
not.
He was always grinding. Like, I saw an interview. Jermaine, I think from Penthouse Record, that kind of mentor is his mentor. He said that he's been recording and he put down song, but producers not play it. No, people are gonna be like, you got hear Dalton, and like, oh yeah, I'm work with that. Like, fuck out of here, you guys. Like, you people make me sick. Keep the same energy.
It's kind of
Keep
a
it.
tricky situation for us to be in as in our position, for lack of a better term, because we are pre ourselves as normal people, but the fact is we are seen as gatekeepers in a way, and people look at for information and opinions from and them type of thing. So it's not like we wouldn't do an interview with him.
Yeah, we've never been approached to do an interview.
But it's not like we are gonna go out and say we have to run back at people and say, oh, that's
Me, I
not
keep it
us.
honest today because I remember saying to you, say, he was out here. I thought he migrated. Like, I
Exactly.
legit thought.
I never even know
Dalton
about the nigga.
migrated.
Never even know about him.
I thought
did
that
not
he
know.
went. I
'Cause
heard he
I've
went
long
to
stopped
KC.
watching Rising Star because a big karaoke competition.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
has
he
been
was
for
in
years.
KC, and like that was it. So I was like,
And
oh, he
born
probably
KC.
migrated.
Right.
Yeah, but I didn't. I legit thought that he migrated. But yeah,
Well, before we go into the whole picture thing, as we talked about one of the reasons why we don't really talk about it, because Jamaican people can be hypocritical at times. Like, all of us are hypocrites in some form or another. And it's like, I just see the whole bandwagon train. I just remind me of Tess and Chin. Oh, everybody just jump on the bandwagon. Oh, Tess, we love you. And this love wasn't being shown when she was out here grinding, doing her thing. It's not like our talent wasn't on display and it wasn't there. It always was there. First time I see that girl drop her video. Her first video. Don't butcher it, Ari. Jesus.
If only you could stay.
Can do me a favor?
Tap your nice. From that first video, I say, yo, that girl had talent, no normal. Let me tell Tammy Chin herself, say,
Yeah,
you
she has-
thought I always had the image and you can't sing, but she can sing. Yeah, she sang, you know? So, I saw that I see how people jump on the bandwagon and vote for Tess, and until she end up win. And then all of that did subside. She come back home. You never really see the love to that magnitude again. She dropped her album. It was like a third in the wind, to quote Venom. Not to speak to the quality of the album, but just the reception home. We never see people talk about that. Where was this fever and fervor surrounding our project?
The way that you're
Wasn't
supposed
exactly
to support the person is through buying and
the same way like on a support her
spending out
through the
money.
voice. There was no such support. Right?
Where it really
I don't
mattered.
know if it was a lack of marketing on her part, because I believe around the time I was saying I don't even know how the album cover looked like. Should I push it? But I don't know. But the fact is, the support wasn't there. I saw the same thing playing out here. And I said, look how them put this brother up and talk him up and create this big hype surrounding him, and then months down the line, una discard him.
Jamaicans are. But my hope for Dalton, and I'm glad that he went to X Factor, because X Factor has a greater chance and it's more likely that he will become a successful recording artist than in The Voice, because this is not me saying it. This is things that I see and I read, and opinions overseas that I'm parroting right now. That The Voice tend not to create stars in the sense like The Voice only The Voice only works for the judges, meaning Adam Levine, Blake Shelton, Christina Aguilera, Alicia Keys, all these people. We talk about
Magnum, and Magnum kind of parallel it,
right? So is that the focus has always been on the judges and not necessarily the talent themselves. So that was always like a gripe for The Voice, really. So they're more positive than American Idol as well. Simon Cowell. He's tend to seen as a asshole.
But even with American Idol,
but they've created more stars.
They've created more stars. Because they tend to focus more on this, even though the judges were big personalities. Right. But I think that's part of even the reason why it started to go downhill, because like them they start put more focus on the judges and let's see which celebrity judge we can have here, and
because it became a party between
Mariah Carey and all right.
So that's always been the emphasis on The Voice, So it's like it's a good way to get yourself out there and to be known to the public, but to be a star, like they've not really created a big star in a sense, because even so it's always like, oh, Blake won 5 times and not necessarily, oh, Blake won 5 times and here are the list of winners and this is what they're doing and this is who they are and blah blah blah. It's always been, oh, Blake win this time, Adam win this time, and Miley this time, and so the focus and emphasis has always been on the judges themselves. With the X Factor, however, and I think it has to do with Simon. I've been kind of studying Simon. He's a music executive. Yeah. He's like, he has an eye for seeing talent.
A little gold touch.
Right. So, the X Factor is responsible for creating Fifth Harmony, One Direction, which is like when it was One Direction, created the biggest boy band in the world at the time. Like other great people come out of the X Factor. So I think that like Simon Cowell has a way of doing it, and I think Simon believes in Dalton talent, and I'm hoping that he would work on him and work with him and can give him the right songs and put him with the right producer and create this big international pop sensation with Dalton. So I'm hoping that that happens for him. I don't know if he's going to do reggae, and quite frankly, I don't want him to do reggae.
He doesn't need to.
He shouldn't. I want
to talk more about that.
I think he should focus on using his big voice as a Sam Smith or a
I'd rather people shall compare him to Sam Smith. Them niggas.
I was
Frank Ocean.
I was thinking, can you just stop?
What? They're not successful.
I was thinking more of a big ballad singers, because he has a very powerful voice.
A theme thing that.
So I think he should focus on.
You know what? No one job.
Yeah, none.
Yeah.
None. His voice should really be like just a powerful singer, like sing ballads and love songs and heartbreak and like that's I hope that he focus on being a really big international pop star.
Which leads us to this infamous picture now that has been circulating on social media. No, it was funny to see the reaction and fallout from people. It really was.
And and everybody said it showed their asses, and I think
why, but
it did.
It's appropriate.
It did. It showed their asses, and I feel like it feel like it's like Guna just had to sully. Like Guna was doing so well, and. I see people come out saying, oh, it's just, it's like, no, like, it's not a big deal. And people are trying to make it like, oh, no, like, what does it, if he was, or like, what did it have to do with, like, what do I have to do with him? And, oh, that's why I never supported me in the first place. And it's just like, you just have to just shake your head at people. And, I mean, it just constantly proved to me that this thing, that we're in, especially if you put yourself to be on the opposite side, to be judged by the people. It's a fickle thing.
Very.
That people will love you 1 minute, and from you, when you blink, like you lock your eye for blink it, and then you open it, they'll turn on you just as quick. So, you have to be strong, and him said that he's strong. You read about the abuse he endured, and but by the way, I just want to say for the record, I believe Dalton. Like I heard his mom on, I think was Rapper Kappa, and
what they answer about bag of things.
I believe Dalton just from her own interview and how she is. I believe
She
Dalton.
get some butter bruising.
I believe Dalton. So so I just hope that you continue to support him. I said to you, like, him just seems sad. When I see him perform, like I just see
you see the pain
and the sadness that is etched across his face.
It's not from other type of butter bruising.
I just see the pain and sadness that is etched across Dalton's face, and I hope that this journey lead him to a place of self acceptance, love, and I just hope that him get to realize him dream. That's all I'm hoping for you, Dalton. If you see this, if this reach you, I hope that you get to live the life that I think you're dreaming of, which is success, and to be able to sing and to share your pain and your story and the love of music with others. And I just hope that you just find some just acceptance and love. Just that's all we want in this life. To belong and to be loved. That's a part of the Maslow hierarchy of needs, to be loved and to belong.
And what's clear to me is that he won't get that full love and acceptance here.
No, he will not.
Right? And as I was saying, the funniest thing about it was seeing our preying people reaction and see if them they keep the same energy. Like the people them who post as no, vote and read and to see like the racing stuff, and that did funny to say. I'm like, no, keep the same energy, keep the support going on them thing. Why is it we keep that going?
And to be honest, I mean, if it's just a picture, and to be honest, it looks compromising, but you can look at it and you just like we all decipher it and can say, oh, he was pulled into the photo. It's not like he was like him sit down there.
Yeah, but
off his own volition.
There is some level of comfort being displayed there.
Yeah, so I hope that like it kind of whatever the picture people decipher and say that he was drawn into it. Maybe that was the case, but whatever it is, I feel like people need to kind of just. Like we need to get to a place of where we can just see things and just not let it affect us. Like that's where we need to get to. That's the place where we need to get
My
to.
thing is that if he is, just embrace it, run with it. Because Jamaican,
and he came out and he said that he's not.
That's what he said.
So we're going to go with what he said.
Maybe he's not. If that is the case, maybe it's him to reach a place where he's ready to. I don't know if he is or not. But I'm saying if he is, he should embrace it, right? Don't give a fuck about what Jamaica pre about it, because we're not an album buying or single buying culture like that anyways. So
and I just want to make it
bro.
clear, Naro, he has said that he is not.
That's
and
true.
He's comfortable with his sexuality and he's a straight man. So
I'm saying look kind of comfortable.
So, well, there are people like why can, but then it gonna have a bigger conversation. Like fine, women tend to be more relaxed with other women. I think that men need to get to a place where, like, even so, like, bro, like you can get to a place of that, where you can.
No, like if that's not
Still,
who you are, why should you be comfortable?
Be retro. Continue to be archaic and retro.
I know archaic. Women are different.
Okay.
When you see that now with it, so alright, you see that with a man who is not, and him do that. You yourself with a hypocritical, he's gay, right? He is a gay, but come and see him sit down in a lap. That's just not how we are. That only can be that way. I'm saying if that's not how you are, right, as a man, you shouldn't be comfortable in them type of settings there. Not to say, oh, may I burn whatever, but me just say if you're a heterosexual straight man, right? There's certain positions like that, you're not gonna be comfortable being photographed in. I'm just saying. Right? So, again, if that is the case, embrace it, run with it, because
And
we out
Dalton clearly said that he is not, and I think we need to accept his
okay.
position on it, and we need to
Position
learn.
on it.
We need to accept what he says. He's the one that's living in his body, and I hate when people, and we need to get to the point where I hate when people are like, oh, like if you don't see with your own two eyes that people are what they are, like if you're not seeing them having sexual relations with a man, like you shut the F up. And if them not come out and say I am, shut the fuck up. Cause I I know of cases where men who speak properly, who are very courteous and I guess mild-mannered, and people have it to say because they're not brash and brute, like, oh, they're gay. And they're not gay. They grow up with women, they're surrounded by women, and of course them, they take the attributes of women. But it's annoying. It really is annoying when people, just because it's like they have this one monolithic description of men. Like men can't be so nuanced as well. Like why men have to be this boorish Neanderthal? Like why they can't be, nice, mild-mannered, well-spoken, calm? Why can't fit attributes that I guess quote unquote that only happen to only be women of being just calm, well-mannered? No, you go ahead. Like why can't men be that and be a heterosexual men? I hate it. I am annoyed by it, and this is when I kind of tap out, because I just can't get into the back and forth conversation with, because I just feel like men supposed to be this one thing. People aren't one thing, and we need to open up our minds to people that like they don't have to fit one thing. Like if it's not your way of doing things, it cannot be done. I hate it. If it's not your way, your description, then if it's your mind, your perception, what I'm trying to say, if it's like, oh, you have your mind and your perception of what a man is or what a woman is, what a whore is, what a decent woman is, and you have no idea what people are, because people put on a face all the time. People live dual life, and you don't know, and you just need to get to the point where unless people come out and say what they are, or that you see with your own two eyes what they do, you shut up and you move on and be guided accordingly. Because trust me, the big brutish man them out there, we are going all money and you be frightened to know.
Out there, some quote unquote batty man out there.
So, and you know that I am not lying, all right? What I'm saying. So we need to get out of that retrograde, archaic way of looking at things and people, and because them act a certain way, them automatically one thing. That's bullshit. We need to come out of that. Be more modern now. We're in 2018 and we're living in a globalized, in a sense, one world. We have to interact with other people, all kinds of people, and we need to get to a sense of just civility and smarts and intelligence in dealing with people. And we need to just go on better. And really, actually, that's all I have to say on the matter. So,
in your life, dog, you look like you're born to win this thing. Like, become an international star, bro. As you say,
what you're destined to be, Dalton.
Which it seems like you are destined to be.
Do not focus on localized mind. Don't focus and worry about people out here, because as we done detailed 2 weeks ago, last week with Jeremy Hardin and Nigel stuff, these people do not buy albums. So don't try like represent us as much as you can. Yeah, you're Jamaican and fly the flag high, but don't worry about trying to please us.
Another flag high, that's okay too. You see, we can't make jokes about this. I'm just saying, if that's the case, then it's whatever, bro. Live your life. You know what I mean? But God say that live to please the Jamaican audience and to pander to them. Because at the end of the day, they're not buying your shit. You see me? So, do you think, even though me say you get hype and stop following Jeffrey, the man that cuss about it for them life. Look how I encourage the man, the man unfriend me. You see me, the man unfollow me, the man hurt about it. The man is hurt. He's hurt. So you need to fix up that too. Yeah. Must say get hype out there.
So what if he is? To be honest, sometimes you just have to change. You have to just do a big sweep. And maybe he will follow him in time, but maybe not. Him just have...
No, apparently he was following. They were in communication and, you know, just out of nowhere, him just unfollow.
Maybe he's just following the words of, I guess, the producer and the manager.
Yeah, but that's fake still.
Well, if that's the case, he have to be fake till he make it. So you have to fake it till he make it. And when he make it, him probably come round and get him senses and be in communication with me to be in communication with. We can't take things too personal. Sometimes it's some bigger machinations happening behind the scenes that we don't know.
And Jeffrey an asshole too. Oh yeah. They're going last year.